My friends have been asking me all week, why would you want to fly up from Florida to New York in the dead of winter? The answer was easy. I came back to my roots. I'm a product of West New Rochelle. Yes. The West, as it is known to the kids who were born and raised there. Good schools, playgrounds, stores, restaurants, lots of kids, close-knit families, and most of all, the Feeney Park Boys Club. Woo! I joined the Boys Club as it was known then in 1953 when I was 6 years old. I came to find out then that the original club was actually my grandfather's home, onto which a gym was built. I remember Hank Deck giving me a lot of disciplinary talks, and what I found out later was my grandfather's study. Sadly, as most of you know, a fire devastated that part of the building, and the subsequent reconstructed site that you see now, which my children have been able to enjoy the Boys and Girls Club, where they can have fun, socialize, play sports, engage in educational support programs, and partake in many more activities. It was at the Boys Club day camps in the 50s and 60s, where I might met kids like Preston Watts, and from all the other branches that made some lasting friendships. There's a picture of us over here, one of those old camp pictures where I'm playing the bugle and Preston saluting the flag. I think we were 7. It was about 10 years ago. It was at the Boys Club where I learned sportsmanship, the value of practice, dedication, and hard work. It was at the Boys Club where I was inspired by older kids who eventually moved on to great careers in corporate America, education, the military, public service, and sports. Donnie Zach was one of those people who inspired me all the way through until he passed away. One of my all-time favorite people. It was at the Boys and Girls Club where I saw firsthand the dedication and deep love for youth of New Rochelle put forth by groups like the Remington Men's Club, the Feeney Park Old Timers and Adult Association, the Southside Adult Association, and the Branch Ladies Auxiliaries. These are the people who are really the bedrock of the organization. There's an exhibit in the Oscaro branch depicting many of the Feeney Park Boys Club kids who made a mark in the world through successful careers, exceptional community service, and volunteerism. It's called the Inspiration Hall of Fame. The lapel pin I have on is from when I was inducted. I'm proud to have my father, Charles Borrelli, my uncle Lou Borrelli, and my uncle Ray Ritchie on that wall. I'm most proud that I was an early inductee, and I'm showing amongst all those great people who came up through the ranks as kids of the Boys Club. There are similar tributes in the Remington branch, which show the incredible history of how the Remington Men's Club, the Board of Trustees, and the Ladies Auxiliary worked tirelessly to get the Guyon site built. One of the happiest moments of my tenure as president occurred when Mrs. Bessie Wallace, then the oldest living Ladies Auxiliary member at Remington, Trustee Chair Paul Ryan, and I burned the mortgage on the Remington branch building. Woo! This organization is built on a strong base of volunteers. I was inspired to volunteer because my father Chick, my mother, and my uncle Lou all volunteered at the Boys Club, running the bingo, roller skating programs, and working in the Ladies Auxiliaries back in the 50s and 60s. I started out as a baseball coach. My oldest son, Michael, when he was 6 years old, is here with me tonight. Knowing I was a Boys Club kid and had an MBA in finance, Joe Borrelli, who was then on the Board of Trustees, tapped me to become the board president in 1984 and helped get the club out of a dire financial situation. It took us a couple of years, with a strong, organized board and some city and community help. We managed to pull everything together, and the organization was able to continue and flourish. With a relatively small paid staff, the Boys and Girls Clubs of New Rochelle has always relied on volunteers, the city of New Rochelle, and the communities at large to provide oversight, help with funding, bolster its programs, and work with the kids. Over my 25 years in the presidency, we had some incredibly talented and dedicated executive directors, staff, volunteers, and board members who devoted countless hours to the improvement of the organization. With a strong board comprised of corporate executives, lawyers, accountants, and educators, we guided them through calm waters and storms. The captain, however, is only as good as the crew, and it takes a great crew to run this ship. There are many of my past board members in attendance this evening, and I'm truly happy that you are here. I would like all the past and present board members, staff, and volunteers who ever served this organization or are serving now to please stand up and be recognized as the foundation of this organization. As I said to the present board membership, this is one of the jobs that is certainly not thankless. Because all you have to do is look at the kids, like the kids that came out tonight and danced, and that's all the thanks you need. I would also like to thank them, and they're already gone, but I would have wanted them to take a bow. In closing, I want to come in and congratulate my fellow honorees. We have all known each other for decades, many decades. All of us grew up together. We all went through the public schools, city of New Rochelle. Some of us were in Boys Club day camps together. Some of us played football in New Rochelle High School together. We've all known each other for quite a while. All of those, like me, have given a large part of their past lives to helping the youth of New Rochelle, and all are equally deserving of tonight's honor. Most of all, my family and I want to thank the Boys and Girls Club for honoring me tonight. I'm deeply grateful to be recognized by this incredible organization, one that was a major part of my and my family's life, and that I will always love. Thank you.